So shout out to the Shake Squad. Naughty Gang stand up. You know who it is. It's your boy Shake. And today I want to discuss the top 5 things that we absolutely hated about NBA 2K19. I'm just a passionate fan of the series. We all know that 2K makes the best basketball game out there. And whether that's a positive or negative, we all recognize that 2K is one of our favorite games every single year. But certain things have to change, especially when you consider that this is the last 2K of this generation. This list is in no particular order. 2K, if you've already fixed any of these top 5 things, we'd be extremely appreciative. And I say that because I know they're already working on NBA 2K21 on the next gen consoles. So at number 5, 2K has to do something about this $50 price tag for 200,000 VC to upgrade your player, a MyPlayer, to 85 overall. As a park player, a team pro-am player, a rec center, whatever you want to call it, a neighborhood baller, I know I'm gonna drop an extra 50 bucks on top of the $60 that I already paid for the game in order to make my player competitive. And the reason for this is because 2K has created a culture where you can purchase your way up to a higher level and be able to be better than everybody else around you. This started way in the past, man. You guys don't remember this, but in like 2K14, you could just come out the gate as a 99 overall pretty much in like a week. So 2K's been trying to create a balance for the guys that don't have time to grind like everyone else and they have to work, but they still want to be competitive. But $50? I mean, you're paying $110 for the game out the gate automatically. Everyone knows this. Now I know you don't actually have to, but the game is centered around competition. The game is centered around swag, tattoos, bikes, hoverboards, all kinds of things that get you hyped to play the game. No one wants to be that bum on anyone else's team. And everyone wants to get involved in the park, in the neighborhood. We want to get involved in the events, the things that are highly marketed. I challenge anyone to try to have fun repping up on the park, the JRC Team Pro-Am with a 65 overall. And I understand that 2K is not holding a gun to your head and forcing you to spend this money, because they really aren't. But due to the fact that half the time we don't know if our archetype is going to be any good, and then we have to go through such a tedious grind just to get the rep that we need to move up and move forward, that $50 price tag hurts. It really does, and I've been talking about this for a couple years now. I'm telling you, it's okay if you can reduce that price tag to anything else less than that, the community would love it. My personal wish, $25 or less. And I promise you, we probably would make tens more archetypes if you just drop the price. At number 4, repetitive game content. My career was tedious and extremely repetitive, especially due to the fact that you have to complete a certain amount of tasks in order to get the most possible rep so you can move up and rep up faster. For example, as a shot creator at the 1, I've got to complete a certain amount of Lob City finishes, toss up a certain amount of Lob City passes, complete a certain amount of acrobatic layups and moving shots in order to get the most possible rep. And obviously there's a lot more, but why can't we just play and have like a 50-point triple-double and get like 60,000 rep? Do this on a higher difficulty and get 70,000 rep. I feel like I'm not having fun playing my career because I have a to-do list in order for me to rep up properly. Otherwise, I'm never gonna make it. And this is the reason why people buy VC to get to an 85 overall, because you're not going anywhere as an overall 65 competing against that unbelievable CPU defense. Repetitive game content also extends into the neighborhood. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely applaud 2K for implementing a dynamic neighborhood where we have new events, neighborhood challenges that completely change the skin or the look of the neighborhood. That's all pretty cool. The problem is none of my friends are saying,
"Yo, Shake, I can't wait to run Dime Time this weekend."
The neighborhood events didn't really amount to anything. It wasn't like some kind of permanent change came because we all participated in the dunk off or Dime Time, and eventually they just became disappointing and repetitive. Wouldn't it be great if periodically throughout the year 2K announced that we would have new locations to play in the JRC? Maybe some new park environments or some new events that we didn't expect would come out periodically throughout the year. Events that would be worth our while, locations that would get us excited, Bottom line is it keeps the gamer coming back because we don't know what to expect.
I'm not saying it has to be a Fortnite model, but it has to be a Fortnite model.
And at number 3, speaking of these events, the delaying and the lag at these events were absolutely unacceptable this year. Me personally, I would prefer these events to be very similar to the way the Ruffles was done in NBA 2K18, where it was matchmaking in a controlled environment with a crowd. Now, certain events like Protect the House or Top Dog were matchmaking, but people were complaining that other gamers were delaying, causing people to lag out of matches. I dealt with a tremendous amount of lag all year, lagging out of the Ruffles, all the Top Dogs, even the Protect the House. That kind of stuff is unacceptable, and I personally thought that it may have had something to do with all the fake games going on in the background. None of those games are real. And when you play Protect the House, Top Dog, even the Ruffles 4-pointer challenge, all those games in the background are AI characters, and it's to simulate some kind of basketball environment. In fact, they need to add a matchmaking option for the park neighborhood anyway, especially for those guys that have really high overalls that no one wants to play on the park. It takes them like an hour to get a game, or when the neighborhood is dead because there's some event going on or it's late in the year and people just can't get park games, but they still want to play. Having a Got Next feature and a matchmaking feature for 3v3 or 2v2, I think that would be huge in NBA 2K20. And also, why did the lag outs kick you to the main menu? I wish it was like 2K17 where it just lagged you off the court, but you could still see yourself playing or your AI playing and see your friends try to win the game. This way you could at least attempt to get back on the Got Next when that game is over. At number 2, double and triple bars on your way to 99? You want a quick way to make somebody decide they don't want to do this anymore? Give them a double bar, especially when you're getting attributes that you didn't even ask for. I didn't want to believe it when we first heard about a double bar. I was like, nah, I haven't been double barred yet, and then I started getting them. Now, I understand that 2K is just trying to distribute our attribute points at specific times, but can you please just put it through our 70s and our 80 overalls? You know, once we get to 90 overall, no more double bars. You get rid of it in the 70s and in the 80s, and we won't have that much of a problem. When I get to 99% on my cap, I want to actually see my number change. And at number 1, uncontrollable attribute updates, forcing us to upgrade attribute areas that we don't even care about, especially for our archetype, or even worse, you upgrade a certain attribute and you don't even see the numbers change. I've seen that when somebody's upgraded a certain area because they repped up and the numbers stayed exactly the same. It's like a waste of an upgrade. I know you guys think that I only play 2K. No, that's not the case. I play a tremendous list of other games. This is because I'm a true gamer, and it's also for my own sanity, because otherwise I go crazy just playing 2K. But every other game that I play that involves a character leveling up, they use a skill tree. Right now I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and every time I hit a level up cap, it's up to me to choose what skill I want to enhance, what new abilities I want to engage in. A skill tree is a much better option than this lame attribute system we're currently sitting on. So 2K, these were the top 5 things that were very problematic for the community for NBA 2K19. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things that we do love about the game, but it's that love that we have that makes us so passionate about the things that we can't stand about it. We put a lot of time away from friends and family and a whole lot of hard-earned money into this game. And this is the reason why people's frustrations kind of come out. You start seeing a lot of rant videos and boycotting 2K videos. I personally love the series. I've been a huge fan of basketball my whole life. I know 2K20 is already made, it's pretty much done and over with. But these things have to change in order for 2K to remain on top, especially when there's other games, not even basketball related, that we could be playing. So listen, these are just my top 5 things. Obviously, the list could have been 10 plus things that were wrong with 2K19 or that we'd like to see improved. Either way, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section. So as always, smack that like button if this made sense. Definitely subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm gonna be dropping some video bombs between now until 2K20 hits stores. I always appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next one.